And so without further ado, let us go back to the Zoom machine and go all the way to Bahrain, where Muhammed Mokaev is joining us. Salam alaikum, my brother. How are you?
Wa alaikum salam, Ariel. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's great to have you on the show, my friend. 2 years.
Thank you.
Your manager, Tim Simpson, has been hounding me to have you on the show, has been telling me you're going to be the face of the UFC. You are the next big thing in the UFC, and now you are finally signed to the UFC, and so it's great to have you on just days after this big news. Be honest with me, Mohammed. Did you think it would come so early at 21, this early in your pro career? Did you think that you would get signed this fast?
Yes, I actually said in an interview, like, you're going to see me at the end of this year, you're going to see me in UFC. And, my dream is become youngest UFC flyweight champion. And I have to go on the risk and go for it, And I've got not much left.
Yes. What would it be? 2 years you have left, right?
Maybe two and a little bit,
Yes. In fact, a couple of years ago, you tweeted to Dana White. No, did you tweet or you sent him a DM? You sent him a DM that you would be signed by 2022, right? I think we have the screenshot right over here. You pulled out the receipts. There it is. My eyesight is horrible. What does that say? January of 2018. January 13th. Yeah. And did he follow you?
No.
Come on, Dana. Come on.
I have to take him down and I have to smash him when I can. But he's our boss, so we have to look after him.
Yes, that is true. What prompted you to do that? I mean, at that point, you're what, 18?
18, and I didn't even become world champion. I didn't even compete in IMF that time. But when I competed in IMF at the end of the year of 2018, wow, that's got me huge, pushing, motivation. And I knew I could do it,
Right. There's a lot of people who are very excited about you, and obviously they've been talking and following you since you were an amateur. There have been some times where, rising stars, UFC calls them and says, hey, you want to come join the UFC? And they're like, no, not ready just yet. Give me a couple more years. Was there any part of you that felt, give me a couple more years or a couple more fights and then I want to join the UFC?
I believe, my last opponent is 29 years old. It's nothing to do with age, I believe. Maybe people say, hit the monster. My last opponent, 29 years old with 15 professional fights. And I finished him in second round, and it's very good name also, Blaine O'Driscoll, who fights out of SBG Ireland, and you do know him. And then my opponent before him, it was Abdul Hussein, who actually I am a senior world champion and was 10-0 as an amateur and 7-1 as a professional. And I dominate this guy also. So strength-wise, in the gym, I spar with featherweight guys who actually in big organizations, and I still take him down and I hold him down,
I love it. So is it 30 in a row or 29 in a row? What are we going with?
I think 30 fights.
30 fights?
30 fights and one no contest or something. But one contest is come on, it is what it is. Everything is written, I believe. Maybe I'll lose this fight. Maybe I get some injuries. Maybe I never compete. So I'm not even angry about this fight. It's okay. It's happening. I said I moved on, and then I fought 2 months after, 2-3 months.
Your backstory is a fascinating one, my friend. So you're born in Dagestan, and when you were 12 years old, was it just you and your father that left Dagestan, or was it? Do you have any siblings?
No, just me and my father. We came to UK as a refugee, and then we're based in Liverpool for 30 days in refugee training camp. We moved to Wigan. So that's where I went to school and college. Wigan is between Liverpool and Manchester. It's a small town. That's where I went to school and went college for a little bit, and then I just moved to Manchester for training, and I still train in Liverpool in the mornings and just traveling around. And my father still lives in Wigan, so it's just traveling around Northwest,
Right. Why did you guys leave Dagestan?
My dad had political problems, and we have to leave.
Okay. Do you have siblings?
What is this?
Brother, sister?
No.
No. Okay, just you. And where was your mom?
My mom passed away, in 2012.
before you moved?
Yes.
Oh, could I ask, how did she pass away?
There's something I'll tell you after, you know.
Okay, I understand. So it's just you and your father, and you're in a refugee
Yes,
camp in Liverpool. What was that like?
2012. It was rough, you know. It was like £5 a day.
Oh my God.
Every person used to get, and it's like either you buy clothes, either you buy food, you know. So it's just between us. It was like £10 a day. It was like everybody have same kitchen, all the refugees in one kitchen, and like same bath. It was hard. Also, I couldn't travel for 5 years. I couldn't live in UK for 5 years since 2012 till 2017. I was waiting for decision from the Home Office. I just stuck, you know. I missed so many opportunities to compete for Great Britain in wrestling and stuff. And actually, in 2017, I was about to get deported from UK. It was that situation. So, you know, my life changed a lot, you know.
Wow. And where did they want to send you? Back to Russia?
Yes.
Oh my gosh. Why?
I don't know. It's Home Office, you know. They choose decision who to leave, who to go. But actually, after I got signed with UFC, next day I received my citizenship. You know, I was like, to be honest, I forgot about UFC. I'm like, wow, no way, I could go to America. I can go to America now, and it's like, it's crazy. You know, it was so excited.
Yeah, I saw that you shared the screen grab.
Yeah.
Do you think you got the citizenship because of the UFC news?
I don't know. I made that application, but my application was like 2.5 years earlier than I was supposed to do. I went for the hope, you know, and I made all the supporting letters, you know. My brothers, twins, they made support letters for me, and under Middleton, and I believe this also helped.
So when you're growing up in Dagestan, do you wrestle at all? Do you compete in any kind of martial arts, combat sports?
To be honest, I used to go to wrestling, but when there was competition time, they didn't pick me, you know. There was like, you know, there's always like, there's connections. I never had any relatives like that are gonna push me. I didn't have big names in my family who are gonna put word in for me. I had to do everything myself. So when I see they didn't pick me for the competition, I'm like, I'm going to different sports. So I went to karate, you know. I went to karate because it's small in Dagestan, but they also take you to competition, and I start winning some tournaments in Dagestan for karate, you know.
Okay, and so at what point do you start to think like, I want to be an actual fighter? When does that start?
I think 2013, when I've been told by people, if you actually like compete, do something for UK. I'm like, what? I don't have documents. What should I do? It's like, imagine I was at that situation. I cannot travel, nothing, and I see the guys who I beat at the British Wrestling Championships in UK. These guys was traveling instead of me. I'm like, what to do? So that's when I start slowly moving to MMA, because I didn't find any challenge in UK for the wrestling. I was like 7-8 time British champion, and then I just moved to MMA because it was like a lot of competitions, tournaments, start competing in grappling, and also like try to get my name, so name can work for me, you know, get my name out there so I can, and also supporting my people, you know, who actually supported me.
I understand that when you were in school, when you were in Wigan, you were a bit of a troublemaker, yes?
Yes.
What kind of trouble? Were you getting into fights and stuff?
I think so, because fights, like, take him down, just let him know my power, you know?
Yeah.
And just let it go, because it's a lot of cameras in school,
Yeah.
and especially without documents, I couldn't make any trouble. Like, also, maybe I get fights because my mentality is different. If somebody makes foreign language, now I live in UK 10 years, it's different, you know? But before I was like, somebody make like something joke, I'll go for it, you know? But now I calm down, and my circle is different. My circle understand this is wrong to joke, and this is right. And so that's what my circle about now. But that time is okay. My PE teacher got me out of the trouble, you know?
Oh, really? Your teacher was the one who said you need to start doing something else to channel this energy?
No, like he was a PE teacher, and like when I was doing like playing rugby or football after school, when I get into fights, he was like, he take me to classroom, give me last chance. Every time he give me last chance, and it was like unlimited last chance. But I felt like these guys want to keep me. They want to look after me. That's why I had to, in my head, I had to calm down to respect what they're doing for me. You know.
Did you feel like a lot of kids when you first came to? By the way, could you speak English when you came in when you were 8-9 years ago, so 2000? You couldn't speak any English.
No.
Wow. Did kids pick on you?
Not pick. Nobody pick. You know, the school was safe. It's just how to say. It's just, you know, like sometimes jokes, and I couldn't make friends because like I didn't understand people. But there wasn't like sometimes, you know, always in school somebody older want to pick on you. Like when I was in year 8, I was smashing year 11 guys. You know, I didn't care. You know,
Right.
So yeah.
And by the way, why did you guys choose England?
I don't know. I have to ask my father.
Okay, all right. Your father's still around?
Yeah, he's around. There's like a Wigan youth zone built by Wigan Athletics. You know, that's where my father sent me. He said that there was like 50 pence for entry, and then when you go in, you could go to football, boxing, wrestling. There was everything inside.
Wow.
So he used to tell me, listen, I give you £20 a week if you go there. So it's like an earning for me, you know. So because he was getting like, you know, like refugee benefits, and I didn't get anything. So he said, I give you these wages, but you must go there every day. So I went there, and then that's how I see I could become like, you know, something big, you know.
What does he say about this? The fact that you're now this big time prospect signed to the UFC, everyone talks about you. Is he shocked?
He's shocked. He's shocked, but he I think he knew. You know, in 2018 when I left college, me and my father fall out. Me and father didn't speak maybe half a year or something like this, because I left college to do sports. I asked college, can I go to world championships? They said, no, your attendance will go down. I said, okay, this is my life. I'm going, you know. So if somebody stopped my dream, I'm like, no, this is my dream. So I went to world championships. I got the gold. I left college. I live with guys in one room in like a studio in Manchester, you know. We're sleeping on the floor, 3 of us, and one older guy sleeping on the bed. It was like small room, and that's actually it was tough period for me, but I had like right people who supported me, you know. Like mentally, I just had like friends who I can call. It was enough for me, you know.
So you and your dad didn't speak for 6 months.
Yeah, something like this.
Man, and how did you, you know, come back together?
You know, when I win gold medal, I came to him. Everything, whatever he was paying for bills for the house, for electricity, whatever, you know, I took on my account. I could look after him. I was happy, you know. So I showed the medal. He's like, he finished 2 universities, my father. He was more about education and stuff. But I knew I didn't have enough power in English-wise to go to Oxford or Cambridge. He went to that level, but in my head, I know realistically I cannot reach to that level. I have to get loans from the university, and it's not my life. I see students finishing universities and doing another jobs, you know, like constructions or something like this. I'm like, I don't want to be another student sitting on the loans and eating like crisps every day, all day. You know?
Yes. So now he's okay. Now he's at peace with your decision.
Yeah, he's got Instagram now. He's like following everyone. You know?
I love it. But by the way, when you win the gold medal in IMF, do you get money for that?
Not in 2018. 2018, to go there, I actually needed money myself. Sometimes I work security. Sometimes I work like cleaning offices, and then I didn't have enough money, so I set up my coach set up GoFundMe, you know, this people put money, and Jez and Arf is two my very good friends, my brothers, you know, I can call them, like they seen this, they're like, hey, remove this GoFund, what you doing, you know. So they supported me to go there.
Wow.
They sent me money, and I went there and I got the gold medal. And in 2019, His Highness, you know, Sheikh Khalid, he gave me $10,000 when I won the gold medal as well. That was like huge for me, you know.
Wow. And so is that why you're in Bahrain right now?
Yes, I'm here. Also, my wife doing visa here, so you know, for UK, she's doing visa for UK. That's why I'm here. And, I'm probably gonna do a camp here, or maybe come back to UK. So I'm gonna make plan this week what I'm gonna do. Actually, maybe go to Thailand. Now I'm British citizen. Actually, maybe go to Miami training there. So I've got like a lot of options on my table right now.
Wait a second, Mohammed, you're married?
Yes, I'm married 1 year now.
Golly, married, you're 21. Wow. How did you meet your wife?
Relatives, you know, relatives.
Yeah.
But,
Wow. You're a very mature young man. Well done.
I have to stay focused, you know.
Yes.
I have to stay focused. Too much distractions. I see many fighters who get in the head that they're big stars. They need somebody next to them to calm them down, you know.
Yes.
So I needed some person like this.
Now, obviously, Dagestan, you think of Dagestan, you think of Khabib. Do you have a relationship with Khabib?
We spoke a couple times, but like not very close, you know, not really close. Like last time, probably met him like in 2018 at the World Championships when I went to final against Japanese guy, but not really because we're different managers.
Yes. I think most people would have thought you would have signed with Ali, right? With dominance. You did not.
No, I didn't, and I'm really happy about that.
And why didn't you?
Because I have at that point I had all managers like messaging me, and I sit down with my coaches. I said, "Listen, what's the best choice? We had the contract of everybody, and we choose what's gonna be good for our career."
I remember when you signed with Paradigm, it was huge news because I think everyone thought that you would go in a different route. What kind of feedback did you get when you did that?
It was like probably like 80% positive, 20% negative, but it's what's good for my career. I'm doing what's not what people like or they don't like. I think Paradigm is the best management in this game.
And another thing that I think is super impressive about you are the amateur fights. You know, because of IMAF, but still 23 amateur fights. You don't often see this in MMA. You see it in boxing, but not in MMA. Would you suggest to younger fighters, you see a lot of younger fighters, 1 amateur fight, 2 amateur fight, and then they go straight. Would you suggest amateur young fighter out there to spend more time in the amateur ranks before they make the jump to pro? And if so, why?
100%. I really want to talk about this because a lot of fighters in UK, they have like shows, you know, MMA shows. I actually competed in them. And then fighters get excited too much. They sell tickets, they doing this show. But sport-wise, this is okay. But sport-wise, IMAF is the platform where the athletes should compete. It's 4 or 5 fights a week. You know, this is not easy. This is not easy. These elite fighters, I believe I had some tougher fights in amateur than actually professional. And, you know, like my previous opponent, professional, 15 professional fights, I submitted them in second round. In amateur, I went most of my fight distance. And this is a huge platform. You go to different country, you get medical check, you get anti-doping control. You're going through, like, if you're getting knocked down in your fight and you still win, next day you cannot compete, you know? So that's like they're taking care of health. There's a shin pads, no blood, no cuts, and actually like a team-wise, you get ready mentally also for the professional leagues. And I believe that now they have World Championships in Abu Dhabi in January. It's going to be huge. I'm going to be there also.
Okay. IMAF really
not competing.
No. I know. Yes, of course you've graduated, but they really want to help try to get MMA to the Olympics. Do you think we'll ever see that? Do you think we'll see that in the next decade, 2 decades?
I think 2028 maybe.
Really? That soon? Wow.
I believe so.
Why? Why are you so confident?
If they included like Muay Thai, come on, what's Muay Thai is knowing is I don't think it's safer than MMA. MMA is safer than boxing, I believe. I just been in Serbia for the World Championships, and the guys getting hit so much in the head. Whereas MMA, it's like it's all around the body, you know. It's if you're tired, you go for like grappling and stuff. Whereas in boxing, you cannot do this. You stand and you get a hit even if you're losing. But I think MMA is a safe sport, especially if I'm off the way I'm off though.
So have you been back to Dagestan since you left?
No, I haven't been there in 10 years. I couldn't travel there because of my citizenship. And now, after this fight, I'm going to be there.
Oh, really? Okay. And have you ever been to the States?
No.
Wow. Okay. So maybe Miami, you said you're going to go to Miami to train.
Yes, if I go there, probably like Manchester top team or Sanford MMA, one of them. So we'll see. Decide with my team.
Your team is based where?
My team is my team. You know, there's based in Tiger Muay Thai, like KHK in Liverpool and Manchester, and so it's like I have a team. I have a group chat. There's a Johnny boxing coach in Thailand, for example, strength conditioning coach Woody in Thailand. You know them, right? Like Hickman brothers, and here in Bahrain, like Eldar, Rinat, Jinganet in UK, and Oleg wrestling coach. So I have like big team. So in the group chat, I'm like, what we're doing next, and that's when we decide.
You said after this next fight, I will go over here or there, and you kind of smiled. Do you have your next fight? Do you have the debut? Do you know when it is? Do you know who's it against?
Hopefully March, and hopefully against this guy, Cody, second name
Durden.
Durden. Hopefully, if he accepts, I really want to smash him, and I see a lot of my supporters tweeted smash him, and I'm like, hey, if people want to see this, that's what I'm here for.
Is it because of what he said in his post-fight interview on Saturday?
Also, he apologized, but listen, if somebody don't shake your hand, you just call him something. I don't want to swear, but you call him like idiot, you know. But you don't go to race-wise. You know?
Right.
Like race-wise is lower level mentality. Come on, it's like you know. Now I have a lot of circle with very rich people and like who works in the top places. We never talk about like race. I think it's lower level people that talk about race and stuff like this. I don't believe racism should exist if you have a brain, you know. But if you don't have it, it's always gonna be there.
And so there's a rumor that the UFC is going to come back to England in March. Would you like to fight in England in your debut?
Of course.
So you'd
I'm
rather
take over there.
You'd rather England than say Las Vegas or something for the debut? You want it to be at your home?
Yeah, anywhere. But of course, UK gonna be huge. I have like huge support there, and I'm gonna be youngest fighter on the card everywhere. And so, like, This is first time in my career where I get like actually time to get prepared for the fights. All my fights was like this. It was like wrestling competition in between, jiu-jitsu competition, my fight. Then I go to camp again straight like Monday after, and then it was like this. I was like overtrained some point, and now I'm concentrated on my debut.
For those that have never seen you fight, whose style does yours emulate the most? Who do you fight the most like?
I would say similar to Michael Challenger.
Oh, that's good. Michael Chandler, yeah.
Yeah.
A little wrestling, a little striking.
Kickboxing, striking, they don't know what I'm doing. Everybody knows that I'm going to take them down, but they cannot just concentrate on takedown defense. They're going to get smashed in the face, you know. So
I love the way Dagestani people always say smash.
Yeah.
It seems to be like a common term that all the Dagestanis use. You predicted the Dana White 2022. You're in the UFC. Your prediction came true. So give us a prediction. Month, year, you become UFC champion.
By end of 2023, I'm gonna be a UFC champion, youngest UFC champion.
Wow.
Just call me Mr. Mystic.
Mystic Mohammed.
Mystic.
Have you met Conor, by the way, who of course is affiliated with Paradigm? Have you talked to him?
No, I haven't met him.
Okay. Do you want to meet him?
He has sent me a message when I was fighting in March, he wished me all the best. I replied thanks, but to be honest, I really want to ask him why he talk bad about Dagestan. You know, I really want to ask him why everybody talk about every person. You know, I want to see face to face. I want to see his energy, because I really like my managers and really everybody talk saying like he isn't same like he's on the media. You know, so I just want to feel myself this energy. I don't have to prove anybody. I don't have to be this on the camera. I want to ask him about my people. My people is it's business is good, but my people is my people. You know, I want to ask him why everybody. You know, just pick the person. Tell him it's not good to call out the whole nation. There's also in Ireland. There's also bad people. There's also good people. My boxing coach is Irish, and you cannot just say Dagestan bad. You know, you cannot say this. This is wrong. He has to apologize about this.
Okay, and you would say this to him?
100%. I will say. I don't have to be camera. I'm saying, you know, don't have to be this show, big drama. I want to feel this energy. You know.
Well, you're a very impressive young man, Muhammed. I wish you nothing but the best. It's great to have you on the show for the first time. Finally, Tim can stop bothering me to have you on. I'm late. I will admit I'm late, but I'm very happy that you're finally on, and very happy that you finally signed with the UFC. And we'll get to see you hopefully sometime 2022, maybe March, your UFC debut.
Thank you so much, Ariel. As a kid, I believe there's many young guys watching you right now. As a kid, I watch you a lot, and I believe a lot of kids watching right now. And I believe one day you're gonna be on the show, gonna be in UFC. Just believe this in your head. Everything will happen. You just have to push yourself, get right people around, and don't be shy. You know, go for it. Go for your dream. Don't be shy to talk about your dream, and don't let anybody stop your dream as well.
Inshallah.
I like this.
Inshallah, alhamdulillah. You know, my family from Lebanon and Egypt, so I speak a little bit as well. And so I'll say to you, salam alaikum, my friend. Congratulations.
Wa alaikum assalam.
And I will.
Thank you so much.
I will talk to you again very soon. All the best to you. Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Speak soon, Ariel.
All right, there he is,
Bye-bye.
Muhammed Mokaev. Remember that name, my friends. Remember that name. He said by the end of 2023, he's going to be a UFC champion. And he is a very, very impressive young man. Even, you know, having the panache to say what he said at the end there about Conor. I mean, he's signed to the management team. And that's a young man who is very confident, who has been through a lot, who has overcome a lot.